Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for Chapter 3 Political Science Part 2 Electoral Politics. We have already discussed in our previous video why election. We were having a scenario where election was going to be held. So what was the scenario? Okay, and how people elected the representative. So that scenario we have already gone through. Now we will go ahead with the same topic, why do we need elections? So if you see, there are regular elections in democracy, right? On regular intervals, right? So if you see, in democracy, the elections are held on the regular intervals. Now, there are more than 100 countries where elections are held. Okay, so there are more than 100 countries where elections are held. Still, many of the elections which are held is not democratic election. That is not democratic election. Now, what does this democratic election means? Election is okay, right? But through election we elect our representative. But what is now democratic election? So, I will explain this. In chapter 1, we have read about an example of the National People's Congress of China. We have read about this example in chapter 1 that in China there is the National People's Congress Party. This is a political party and this party has rights, and that means powers to elect president also. Understood? This political party has the right to elect president. Now, the elections are only held between the Chinese Communist Party and some of the small political parties. Okay. Also, the participants who are going in this election, who are going to take part in this election, they are first selected by the National People's Congress. So first this National People's Congress, this party will select the participants. Okay, you are eligible, you are not eligible. If they are not fulfilling their conditions, the candidate is not fulfilling their conditions, they will reject that. They will only select the people who can fulfill their requirement. Okay. So, those people are already selected. Now, those people will go in the party and they will participate in the election. So, if you see here, the whole power is with this political party. Here you cannot say the power is with citizen, right? The power is not in citizen, not in people. But when you go through the definition of democracy, people are supreme. They elect government, right? They elect government, they give power to government to work. But here what is happening? A political party has supreme power and they are governing everything. So can you tell this is a fair election? It is not, right? Because it is not fulfilling the features of democracy. The citizens are not getting the fair candidates. The candidates are already selected by the National People's Congress. Okay. So the people is not having choice. The people is not having any choice. Right? They should have some choice. So that abhi this party is working. If this party is not working, they can throw this party out of the government and they can bring another one. They can give a chance to another party, another political party to work. But here that is not the condition. If this communist party, this is working, this is not working as per the citizen, this is the only party they have. They don't have the variety to select. Right? In this case, the citizens are unable to change the government, unable to change their decision, because they don't have the variety to take decision. They have only single party in front of them. Whether they work, whether they don't work, they have to elect them only. Okay. Now one more example we have read in chapter 1 only. That was the example of Mexico. Mexico got independence in 1930, and after 1930 till 2000, one political party won the elections. That was PRI. So they were the party who won all the elections till 2000. Now if you see here, in this case there were different parties, okay, but this party won PRI, okay. Now when this party won the election and again this party won twice or thrice, after that what happened? This party got the full power. Okay. Now what they started doing, when they see there are the chances of other people to win, they started playing dirty tricks in the election, booth capturing and all. They started, because they were having the full power, so they started the dirty tricks in the election, booth capturing and all that. So here also if you see, the other parties were unable to do so because they were not having the power, all the power with this PRI. So here are the two different scenarios in which one single party is having the power. And you can see Mexico is the example where we find that we need to change the parties. After some time we should actually change the parties, change the government. What happens with this? If we will change the government, what happens with this? Some other government will come, right? See, what happens with this? Suppose there is one political party, right? Now if they will not perform properly, and like what happened, okay, suppose if they performed properly and they won second time also, okay, in that case what happens, they have some confidence, right? They worked properly, then only they won, right? But if first time they worked properly in the fear that people will not give us another chance if we are not going to work, okay, so they worked properly in the first 5 years. After that, in the second 5 years, if they are working properly, they will be again come in the government. But suppose if they didn't work, they thought the first 5 years we have worked a lot. Now this year if we are not working, still the people will elect us, So what will happen if they are not working in this 5 years? The people can throw them out and bring some other government, some other political party into the government. So what will happen with this? With this there will be a fear in the political parties, in the candidates, that if we will not work, the people are not going to put us, they will throw us out, they are not going to give us the post or the chance to work. Okay, so with this actually citizens can restrict the power of government. Understood? With the regular elections, the people can restrict the power of government. There will be always fear in the government that if we will not work, the people will not give us the chance. Okay. And with this fear, with this pressure, they will always work. Now suppose after 2 years, first 5 years the government worked properly, they got another chance, they worked, in second chance they didn't work. They thought we have worked in first 5 years, now people will give us the chance. So what will happen? What happened? The people thrown that government out, they brought the new government. Now the new government which came, they will be in pressure, because after going 2 consecutive elections, they got this chance, right? After losing 2 consecutive elections, they got the chance. So what will be there? Now they will think that what I should do better than the government, that the people can understand that we are the good one, and in the next election again they will give us the chance. So this time what will happen? The new government will work in full fledged because of the competition, right? To compete with the previous government, to show that we are better than that government, they will work better, right? So like this a competition arises in between the political parties to show that we are better, and in this competition the citizens are they get benefit, they are benefited. Okay. Now there are some scenarios, like we have a scenario like a rule of people is possible without election, if there is no election. How? It is possible without election if all the people will sit together and every day they will discuss their problems and they will take the decisions. Like this, without election, this is possible, that every people will rule. Okay. So if there is any problem, everyone will sit, everyone will discuss, every day will discuss, yes, this were the problems, now what are the solutions, so everyone will give their solutions, so we'll go with the majority, like this we can do. But think, without election we have this idea, we have this way, but is this way possible for large community? If there are the people in crores, if there is population in crores, is this way possible? Can 10 lakh people sit together and take decision on a specific problem? Is this possible? So with large community, this is not possible. Also, the people who all are coming to take decision, are they having time because this is the time taking process, no? Everyone will sit together, discuss, now everyone will give their own opinion. So this is a time taking process. If it is done for 50 people also, take minimum 50 people. So for 50 people also it will take time. So is this possible? This is not possible. Now, knowledge. Are all the people having the same knowledge or knowledge about that particular issue? Like I am SST teacher, am I having the knowledge of maths? It is not possible that every person will have every knowledge or knowledge about each and every field. It is not possible, right? So the same way, for large community, this idea will not work. Okay? Now, we have one more solution. We can have a democratic way. Okay? We can have a democratic way without election. Now, how this democratic way, what is that democratic way where without election we can do everything? So, in that, a place where representatives are selected as per their age and experience. Okay, if the people are selected as per their age and experience, this is a democratic way. Now, in this also we will have some issues. What issues? First of all, there will be difficulty in deciding who is more experienced. Whom you will consider that this person is having more knowledge? That is a difficulty. But still somehow we can keep some assessment and all, and we can find out who is more experienced. We did this. After that, think, does this place require any election? No. If we are choosing the people on the basis of age and experience, that place is not like it does not require any election, right? Because that is the different criteria is having, no? The people are not selecting the representative. The representatives are selected on the basis of age and experience. Okay. Now here what will happen, if suppose this happened on the basis of age and experience, we selected the representative. Now think, will it be democratic? In democracy, the things go on the majority. Right, decision is taken on the basis of majority. So, if you say the most experienced person, the person who is most experienced, okay, but majority doesn't want this person to be the representative, then will it be democratic? No, it will not be democratic, right? Because the people like that representative or not, that also is a factor in democracy. So this election cannot be democratic, right? If this kind of selection process will keep, this will not be the democratic way to choose a representative. Also, this will not be democratic. As I told, majority of the people should like the representative or they should choose the representative, but if in this process the person who is the most experienced one, he got selected and majority doesn't like that people, that person, then this will not be the democratic way, right? Now the representative who has been elected, that representative, is he working as per the citizen, as per the wish of the citizen? What if he is not working as per the wish of citizen? What will be the another way? How the citizen will change him? What is the way to change? So if you go through all the situations, whatever coming in your mind, if you go through that, you will understand that election is the only process we are having, and it is very essential in the democracy. It is the essential part of the democracy. Like it is a mechanism by which people can choose their representative at regular intervals. Also they can change them when they wish or when they are not working, and like this they can keep a restriction on the government. The government cannot have the power, supreme power. The supreme power should rest with the citizen, and that power is, they cannot do it directly, they do it indirectly, right? We are having the representative form of democracy. We are not having the direct democracy. Direct democracy means 10 people are sitting together, they are discussing and they are themselves taking the decision. That is direct democracy. That means every person directly involved in the decision making process. That is direct representative. Okay, direct democracy. But here we follow the representative form of democracy. That means we elect our representative as we are a large community. If we see as India, we are large community. So we elect our representative, and those representatives take decision on our behalf. And if they are not working properly, we have elections on regular intervals. We can change the government. Okay, we can change our government, and like this they will be in pressure and they have to work as per the wish of the citizen, otherwise they are not going to be in the government next time. Okay. But if you see the example of Mexico, the National People's Congress, the political parties got the supreme power, and how they used that, right? How they used that supreme power, right, for their benefit. So the political parties, the government should not get the supreme power, and for that we have regular elections which keeps the restriction on the power of the government. Okay. Now see, in election people have many choices. In democratic election, people have many choices, the voters have many choices. Who will make laws for them? They can decide who will make laws for them. Who will form the government? They can decide, right? And also who is going to take decision on their behalf? They can decide. Also they can choose the party whose policies can guide the government and also help in law making. So these freedom citizens are having in democratic election. Now I want to give one example about the election. Suppose class 9 is like India is a state, the same way class 9 is a group. Okay. Now I am going to elect a monitor, and that is with the democratic form, that is with election. Okay. So we are having the students, 9-10 students are having We are having 9-10 students. Okay. Now in this, suppose Aman, and we are having Sakshi. One girl should also be there, right? So we are having Aman and we are having Sakshi as the candidate. Okay. Now everyone will vote for them. Okay. So Aman got, suppose there are 10 people. So Aman got 6 votes and Sakshi got 4 votes. So who will win? Obviously Aman won. Now in starting, Aman worked properly. He was very obedient with the teachers. He was very good with the classmates. He was doing his duty properly, right? After that, what happened? Slowly, which actually happens in the classes. So what happened? Now Aman's friend is doing something and he is not writing his name on the board. But if whom he wants to punish, that person is not doing anything but he is writing his name on the board. Like if we say Braj. So Braj and Aman are not friends, good friends. So Aman is always writing Braj's name so that he can be punished with the teacher. Now what is he doing? What is he doing? He is actually taking advantage of his post, right? Now Aman is taking advantage of his post. Now in this, suppose Sakshi went to the teacher, class teacher, and she complained. Okay, now she complained. So what Aman is saying, no, Sakshi was talking and because of that I wrote her name here and that is why Sakshi is complaining about me. Now class teacher is also confused what to do, right? Both are blaming each other. So like this, Aman started taking the benefit of his post. Like if you see here, the Communist Party was taking the advantage of the post. The same way now Aman is taking advantage of his post. But if there is a scenario, like here what Aman is thinking, I am the monitor till the time I am here. But suppose teacher kept a condition that on the basis of the performance, there will be regular election. There will be regular voting for the monitor. There will be regular voting for the monitor and that will be done monthly. On the monthly basis, on every month, on the every last day of the month, there will be voting for the monitor. So again in second month, Aman and Sakshi both came together for the election, and now this time Sakshi got 7 votes and Sakshi got 8 votes and Aman only got 2 votes. Now why Aman got 2 votes? Because what Aman was doing, that all others were watching, right? All others were judging, all others were evaluating that what Aman is doing, right? So the same way we can assess the government, we can evaluate the government and we can keep a close watch on the government, and when there is election we can give chance to another political parties if they are ready to perform well. And if they are not performing, we can again give chance to other parties. Like this we are having many of the different varieties, many of the different options, and like this the political parties are also having a fear that if we will not work, we will be thrown out, right? So like this, regular elections are very essential part of the democracy. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.